And with me now is fire research analyst with the Canadian Forest Service, Richard Carr. Richard, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Pleased to be here.
Unfortunately, you're here. We're having to talk about wildfires. The season has started. Are there areas of concern that you're paying extra attention to?
Well, in the spring, we've got most of the prairies, at least the central regions, kind of highlighted as possibly having above average fire activity. As we get into June, it maybe spreads a little bit farther north, and then July and August, looks like we might have a fairly busy summer again.
And what kind of a winter was it? Was it a wet winter across the country? Was there a lot of snow, or does it mean we're going to see a higher than normal number of fires?
It varied quite a bit across the country. Southern British Columbia, the interior valleys lost their snow cover quite early, February, mid-February, late February. There was good snow cover across a lot of the country, and in fact, in parts of the Northwest Territories, the Eastern Territories, and part of northern Quebec, there's still fairly deep snow cover up there. So, as far northern regions, that might delay the onset of any fire activity for a few weeks still.
And has the start of this year's season been different than last year?
Well, we're looking at, first of all, the different drought situation. Our drought was much more intense heading into 2024. We had more widespread drought and very intense values through a lot of the country. So, although we had, some good spring precipitation last year as well, too, so it didn't get too out of hand. This year, our drought levels are better, but I think the spring has been quite a bit drier. And in fact, when we get dominated by Arctic air, and the central part of the country has seen its share of Arctic air, from Western Ontario through Manitoba and probably part of Saskatchewan, it's very dry and can also be very windy. So, that can lead to the fire problems that we're seeing now.
And what's the biggest reason for starting fires? Is it natural lightning, or are people still a major issue when it comes to fires starting up?
Yes, it depends on the time of year and the part of the country. In the spring, most fires are human-caused. We don't have that high lightning level yet, but once we get into summer, the lightning is more common and starts more fires. But having said that, most of the fires in eastern Canada are still human-caused. There's few that are lightning-caused, maybe 5 or 10%. But in parts of northwest Canada, up through the northern prairies, northern BC, and the territories, most fires are started by lightning.
Okay, Richard, thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Yep, very pleased to be here. Thank you.
Richard Carr is a fire research analyst with the Canadian Forest Service.